So I was paying my EMI bills continuously, and also I have to take care of my financial needs in my home as well. From 5 to 8:30 a.m., I'll start to delivery everyone. It was my highest tip amount. They gave me 90 rupees for the delivery. Like I went for at least 25 plus companies during those last 3 months of time.
Hi everyone.
Mm.
We have Riyaz today with us, and a very motivating person, a very motivating personality. Hi Riyaz. Let me give you a brief about Riyaz. Riyaz was working as a Swiggy delivery person uh, for some time, and then he is now back to his origin, his calling is software development. And so Riyaz,
Yeah.
let's start just one by one. Uh, how why you had to start this job? So we can start by your college, your what are your
Okay.
qualifications and all that. So can you please walk me through when you started studying? What was your plan initially, and why you had to why you had to work as a delivery person?
Okay. Okay. As everyone, I also am an engineer student. I was passed out at 2020, and unfortunately, during my 2020, COVID happened,
Hmm.
and I struggled a lot at that time as a fresher. So I just was doing some interns here and there, and also I got into a company called Mindtree.
Hmm.
So I worked in from home itself during my COVID time, but that role is like an apprentice role. It's like a normal, not a permanent role. It was a temporary role and a support role, and it was also in Hyderabad, the role. So I was working there for like quite 9 months there, and since my project has not been, took off from there, so I was my initial goal was to become a developer.
Hmm.
Developer or quality analyst. That was my goal. So because I'm good at programming, at some point of my life, I thought in my college days I could easily uh, go through the interview process of round two and round three. Apart from aptitude, I'm worst at aptitude, but for round two, technical questions I can answer it. I was more confident, so I thought, okay, let's try with the development part, testing part. So let's try. So that I got up in a startup company called Xeonex Technologies. This is where around 2022 it
Hmm.
happened. For 2020 to 2021, I was intern in some companies, and 2021 to 2022 mid, I was in Mindtree, and post 2022, I became a software developer. So I was a Moodle software developer. Uh, for I'm using PHP, and also for Windows application, I was using C Sharp too. So from there, I was going. It was going good. I was joined as a probational guy, and then made a permanent guy. And from there, at one point, the company was facing some financial struggles, and company was in court because they could not able to meet their financial needs. So one day, a set of batch of people has been terminated without being previous notice.
Hmm.
So they were being terminated at morning. They went for a job, and the next batch, which were us, we were also got laid off the very next few weeks. So at that point, I was thought, okay, I don't want to get into startup anymore. I just want to focus on MNC companies to get a permanent job. The startup which I trusted has let me down. So I just
Hmm.
don't want to get up into startup. That's a basic thing happened for me. So I just went up, tried on, Zoho, Infosys, Wipro, TCS, call it anything, KPMG or any big four. I was trying and I was getting the rejection emails side by side. And also during my time as a software developer, I just bought a phone, and also I bought a bike for me. So I was paying my EMI bills continuously, and also I have to take care of my financial needs in my home as well. So I just want to, stuck in there between. So my bills were getting fined up and was getting doubled up. So I was thinking, okay, this is not going to help me anymore. I just want to find another thing. So during that time, randomly, I just crossed Instamart shop as a Swiggy delivery persons are doing. So I just met a person there. I just asked him how is it going. Is it able to fix my financial needs? I'm planning to do a part time. and then I will be for the next half day I will be studying and applying for interviews. That was my goal. So from there I joined as a delivery guy, and then things happened.
Ah, okay. This is second part of 2022. Um,
Hmm.
right. So I think that was the time when so many startups initially started laying off people without any prior notice, and then
Yeah.
later on MNCs also started doing this. I think the Amazon started laying off people, then Microsoft followed, then Google followed, then everyone at some time
Mm.
in 23 followed laying off people. But yeah, I think that is one thing that's bad in our industry. But so
Yeah.
now you are working as a delivery person, and what you
Mm.
said your plan was to work the first half of the day as delivery guy, and
Mm.
later on prepare for your
Yeah.
interviews and all. So what
Yeah.
your day looks like? So let's say you wake up at 7. How's your day?
Mm. So I chose as a part-time delivery guy initially, which means
Mm-hmm.
I can work for 5 to 6 hours provided. So I just took my timing as morning 5 a.m. to afternoon 1 a.m. So 1 p.m. Sorry, that was my time. So I just wake up around 4:30 in the morning. I went for prayer or something. I'll do basic stretch and prayer, and then I'll take my bike, and it was all around 15 minutes to go to Swiggy store. So
Hmm.
I'll just go there and I'll just wear my t-shirt and prepare my kit ready, everything. And then from starting from 5 to 8:30 a.m. I'll start to delivery everyone. And for 8:30 to 9, there will be slowdown in delivery as people will go for office and school time. So at that time, I just come back to my home again, and I take my water bottle, I fill my water again, and then I go back, and then I take banana or something to eat in between if I have time. So and then I'll start around 10 to 12:30. 10 to 12:30 I'll do my Swiggy back again, and from 12:30 to 1 I'll plan it accordingly. If a Swiggy delivery is coming near to my home, I plan it accordingly. So if it's
Hmm.
nearing to my home, I'll just go to the nearest place, and then from I go to home. So if it is not coming near to home, I'll try to delivery, in nearby areas again. Again, I try to those small works. I do that, and if it hits my home around 6 kilometer, I'll just do that, and I'll come back to home again. So that's what my first half will be, and after that I'll have my bath, and I'll just take my laptop and I go to my Udemy. I do have a bunch of courses, and I take my C sharp. Recently, I completed my Python, and also I completed my SQL courses as well in Udemy and NPTL. So currently, I'm doing a Masters of C sharp programming.
Ah, nice.
So I completed the intermediate course. I'm going into expert level now. So I'm just from 1 to 3. I'll be reading that, and also I'll just read for around 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes, I'll just take a 15 minutes break to go through LinkedIn and Naukri parallelly, and I'll be applying jobs whichever suits me. So I'll just apply for half an hour, and I'll come back to C sharp again, and then come back and I'll just apply a half an hour again, and it will become 6 o'clock. From 6 o'clock, I'll take my bike again, and I'll go to Swiggy store. From 6 to 9, I'll do sometimes. But if in worst cases, if I need a lot money more, I'll do from 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. also in some cases. So this was my plan. So half day I'll go for Swiggy, and mid half day for my preparation and interview, and later I'll do for if interview comes in between like morning 10 a.m. If interview scheduled for morning 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., I'll skip the first half part, and I'll after going to interview, I'm also working as a Rapido delivery. I mean Rapido agent as well. So if I go to interview, say like 15 kilometer or 20 kilometer, I just have to fill my petrol, right? So I also go to my Rapido, and I'll just book any agent if you're coming as a passenger. So I'll take them as well to my nearest place also, so that I can manage my petrol expenses as well. So I'll be doing that, and after that I'll coming home, and after getting fresh up, I'll just go back to Swiggy again. on that day I won't study, because if the interview is coming up, I'll just thinking about that. So I just don't prepare anything. I'll just keep on head face on everything. So this is how my life will go on.
No, that is really inspiring. So, uh, I'm someone who sleeps like 8 to 9 hours daily, but you worked
Okay.
so much with what 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and this is
Yeah.
also physical work, mental work at the same time, right? Uh, it is I think very big feat that you have achieved, and you should be you should not say that you're just a normal person. This is something which a normal person maybe cannot do, uh, so so my next question is, how are things at Swiggy? Is it tough, or is it, do you get, so you
Mm.
you usually work at peak hours, right, in the morning and in the evening,
Yep. Yep.
right? So is it
Yep.
is it tough? Were you able to manage out your expenses, or you're facing any problems there?
Mm. Yeah, initially it was very tough. As I said, I was also sedentary guy. Being a developer, I was just sitting in my office. I was just, instead of sitting my laptop for hours to get my bug code fixed. So I was a sedentary guy as well before the Swiggy project. After the Swiggy, I just faced the real struggle of I got my back pain here and there,
Mm.
and if I ride my bike, I cannot able to manage at all totally. After 2 hours, I'm getting some anxiety attack or something. I could not able to do that, because I was also preparing for interview. I was thinking about that. Back of the mind is going, and also I have to deliver the agent at proper time. So the I can't say it is mentally tough, but physically it was very exhausting, because once I deliver to the person around 3 kilometer, I have to come back to the store again, and then from there I have to go back again and go back again and again. It is getting pretty much exhausting job, but financially, yeah, initially was getting into it, so I cannot understand how it works, because as I said, my proper shift is, I have to work around 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. In between, I have to do 5 deliveries. That's my task. And
Mm.
after that, 6 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. In between, I have to deliver 7 or 8 deliveries. I don't have to skip one order. Even if I skip one order, it will be fine or something.
Oh.
So I never did that. So it was my job routine. But if I do that, if I completed the task, I will be getting some amount, incentives. If I completed those, I'll be getting 250 rupees extra. And if I push the limit more, I'll be getting 350, 400. Apart from my earnings, I'll be getting this. But for me, I will be choosing that time to study and, prepare a lot. So I just don't want to use that. So initially, I had a discussion with my Swiggy manager, so that please change the schedule to morning 5 to 12. And after a month, it got changed, because starting of the month, they didn't trust on me.
Mm.
This guy will come, this guy will say, this guy will go again, he will quit the Swiggy, they thought. So once I performed really well, so I was almost among 10% top earners on that time.
Ah.
In my area, I was among the 10% people who was exceptionally performed well. So I just did that. So my manager trusted me, and he gave me 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. slot there. So from there, I was getting a good amount of earnings. Um, I can able to manage my credit card bills. I can able to manage to provide some amount of grocery, at least for my home. Not like before, but at least I can provide something to my home. So that's how it goes. But some days, I will be getting some big deliveries. I'll be getting tips a lot. During my rainy days, I was being tipped a lot by customers. So, I mean, for me, so, see, many people from Swiggy, I don't want to, divide them. But some people are really, really struggling for their basic needs, because they are full-time working as Swiggy person.
Mm.
They can't know English properly. They don't know other language apart from Tamil or Hindi, whatever it may be, for the regional categories. So for them, if they get an order as a no contact delivery, they don't know how to do,
Mm.
right? So they will go to the delivery person, they'll ring the bell, but they have been given instruction as no contact delivery. Please don't ring the bell. Um, so that affected them a lot. They are getting ratings based on that. But for me, since I can understand the language and understand the customer at the point of time, so for no contact delivery, I was providing them no contact delivery properly. For agents which have provided the proper instruction, I went on the proper instruction. I followed them. I executed the plan correctly. There was an order for a birthday party. I just took the delivery at 11:50 p.m. and 12 o'clock is the cake cutting time. So in between 10 minutes, I have 3.5 kilometer to cover at that time. It was raining. So I just imagine, okay, I know the birthday is very important to the person. He was mentioned in the section, please delivery before 12 a.m. So, okay, I just thought the customers very, I know from the point of my friends meeting
Yeah.
is way big. So I just took the bike and, I took my rain cover off and just, covered the Swiggy kit as well with my raincoat. I was rinsing and I was going in my Swiggy around 3.5 kilometer. I just dropped sharply at 11:57 p.m. and I dropped the cake to them saying, the customer was so happy, and that was my highest tip amount. They gave me 90 rupees for the delivery. And the delivery charge for the earning is 15 rupees. But for the extra bonus of rain, I already got my 15 rupees. It's almost 35 rupees, which for 1 kilometer, I got almost 10 rupees, 11 rupees. So I got 35 rupees. It's fine for me. But still, they paid me 90 rupees. And it was almost my peakest earning on that time. So I was very, no, at that time, I was feeling relieved at that time. Okay, I can understand their, so these are the things at the customer point of view. I can understand as a person how the customer needs or something. That's what Swiggy teaches me. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is what.
Yeah. So as Amazon used to say that customer is your most important aspect of any product, right? Customer obsession is
Yeah.
what you need. So that is what you learned during Swiggy. Nice. That
Yeah.
was a very awesome experience, especially that cake story.
Thank you.
So now you're how do you apply to different jobs? Is it through LinkedIn only, or is it some else Naukri.com or other websites as well?
Mm-hmm. So basically, I used to follow 4 websites, majorly LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
for my connections, and I just get to those HRs directly so that I can communicate with them. Second primary was my Naukri, and also Naukri and first Naukri, I'll use it parallelly. And there is also an app called Hirect, so I was using that as well. And sometimes I'll use what they call Indeed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, there is an app called Indeed. It
Yeah.
doesn't really help me a lot, but yeah, I just applied there as well. So the most primary things was LinkedIn and Naukri. It was my most primary things to apply. So I just go there, LinkedIn, in the filter section, I just search for SDE and engineer for everything. Fine. I just dropped it, and in experience selection, I'll just select the experience, and I'll just based on the filter, I'll just apply to everything after searching for jobs description, after reading it, I'll just applying it. Same goes for Naukri. I'll just apply the filters and I'll apply it back.
All right. So
That's how it goes. Sorry.
you used to update your resume with every because you're reading through job descriptions and you're reading the requirements of the job as well. So do you update your resume accordingly, or do you have a perfect template where you have the skills, on those skills only you are filtering the jobs, and then you are just submitting applications one by one?
Yeah, I just have one proper resume for me, which contains, that profiles will suit for developer as well, analyst as well, DevOps engineer as well, and also for, if you take me as an SQL developer, you can find me there as an SQL developer. If you take me as a C# developer, you can find me as a C# developer. If you take me as a cloud engineer or someone from Mindtree, I just did a cloud engineer experience, so you can find the certification from there. So I just took one proper resume, and I did a Antutu score from resume also. It have a decent score on it, so I just do some modifications. If it is mainly focused for SQL, I'll focus on the SQL part a bit more. Taking down the Python part and C# part a less more. I'll just keep on the C#, the SQL part a bit more. I'll just copy the description and I'll write it there, and I'll just take some instruction from C# and I'll just accordingly I'll change it and I'll just type pattern. Basically the same resume, the description will change accordingly to the job profile. That's what I do.
Got it. Yeah, that's a very nice way to apply. So your projects in your resume, you must have some projects. Is it on C# and SQL and whatever job you're applying for? Do you change them or they are all there?
No, basically all jobs which I did in my startup company involves PHP, C#, SQL, Python, and also it requires front end as well. So I just don't disturb my projects. But as I said earlier, if it is for SQL, I'll just majorly put my SQL project job as a first priority, stating I have done 90% of optimization in SQL. I have made some stored procedures and I have built some queries and I fixed them for my users' needs. So I'll just prioritize that. So based on that, I'll do. So for project has been concerned, I'll stick on to the project which have been done.
Gotcha. So your preparation was majorly through Udemy and all the courses. Were you preparing anything else, or it was just courses on C#? You are now preparing for master level, right? Expert level, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, expert level, yeah.
So your preparation,
so,
please go ahead.
Yeah. My preparation was during my developer days. I was searching for something else in my offline session, because online session might be I can easily procrastinate before. So I'll just keep the video on. I'll just thinking over something else. I just don't focus on it. So I just planned for offline classes at that time during early November, December last year. So I was planning for that, but unfortunately this happened. Everything has been happened. A lot have been changed. For me, Udemy has given me affordable fees. The $449 for 3 courses. Some courses will be there, so it has been useful for me. And so I just don't want to get into offline classes where they take a bulk amount for 30,000 and 35,000 for each course. For that amount, I can easily do an online course, right? So with certification as well. So I just mainly focus on Udemy and NPTEL and GUI as well. So these are the things which help me a lot. And majorly, I just go for YouTube. YouTube is my primary source of content. I just watch Free Code Camp. I just watch Harsha Web Technologies. Those are my main teachers before. If I'm having any interviews topic on that, I'll just go to Harsha Web Technologies or I go to Free Code Camp. Those guys will provide me hell lot of information rather than in this online course or anything.
Right.
So I'll just prepare accordingly.
Right. Okay. So your current company is the first interview that you took, or you took so many interviews and then you chose this company?
Oh. For this current company, in between those 6 months gap, as I said, first 3 months I was into Zoho and Infosys, a Big Four, EY, everything. I was getting Amazon. I was getting into round 1. I was failing in round 3. I was getting into round 1. I was failing into round 4. It happened for almost 3 months. So that itself will compiled as 10 or 15 companies at the first 3 months. The last 3 months, since my financial need was going, it's beginning headache. It's going on my head for like more than 3 months. And then I used to apply for even a startup company or a mid-range company or an MNC company. From there, it took almost I don't know, maybe I just didn't made a count. Like I went for at least 25 plus companies during those last 3 months of time. And this was my 30 or 31st company, and I got it here.
Nice. Got it.
Yeah.
So are you still interviewing anywhere, or?
No. Actually, I got applied. I just got many interview calls after that. But since I get into this, I mean, for this company, I just got a really good package compared to my previous. I got a proper 100% hike. So I'm very, grateful for it. So I'm just sticking on this one.
God, nice, nice. All right.
Yeah.
So, last question, Riaz. What do you
Yeah.
suggest if anyone is in this phase, who are preparing, who's been recently laid off, because this vicious cycle is starting again? There are some layoffs
Yeah.
in, I think, in Oracle or some company, I don't remember. There was some layoffs there, and or even to college students who have pressure from their home because they will have to start earning, but this 23-24 batches, they are not getting many opportunities. So what is your suggestion to them?
Okay. As I said, if I'm also a normal human being, if I can do anything, you guys also can do anything. I mean, these recently 23, 24 are much aware about IT industry. They are much aware of programming knowledge. So my suggestion is, if you're sticking on going into your IT, if you're going to stick on that, please make sure what role you like the most. For example, IT has more other than being a developer or tester. You can be anything in IT. There are a hell lot of opportunities. You can be an analyst, you can be a DevOps, you can be as a what technical support for instance, anything you can become. So please fix on it what you're going to become. So during this tough phase, just hang in there. Right time will come for you. Just keep on, applying for the jobs which you have been facing. And for me, my parents don't know that I've been working as a Swiggy for at least 3 months. I just hide it from them. So I just, I just have my Lenovo bag. I just take the t-shirt into them, and I just, the laptop compartment, I'll just keep it right there, and I just zip it and keep it over there. If my mom will ask where they have been went, I'll just went for a ground, or I just went for some interview. I'll just tell them like that. So don't be like me. Just openly say to parents that you're facing this struggle time. I'm sure some parents might understand it, and also you can apply for, if you're being strong in one language, please do master it, and be more confident on that topic, because see, if you got an interview, interviewer will not think you have to know crack that interview, because even if you go into a job or anything, being a developer, or if you're being experienced job, once you entered into a new company, it is totally new for you. They will, you have to learn that adaptability thing. That's the main part. So you have to make sure for that interviewer that you're open for your adaptability, and you're open for learning, because learning is the ultimate goal. Don't stop learning, and don't get let down if you're not getting any job. For me, it took 6 months. I have my friend as well. For him, it is taking almost 8 months, 9 months. Still, he's trying. So it might be even a year or something, but learning does not stop, and also applying for job consistently, and the persistence which you have will eventually give you a fruitful life in the end. So just keep on trying and hang in there. Your right time will come. That's what my thing is.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. I think that is what's the most important thing. You need to just never lose hope. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Cool. Thanks so much, Riyaz. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the stories you told us, and it is actually very inspiring. And yep. Thanks again. Thanks a lot for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much again. As I was saying before the call we had, he was the first person to congratulate me properly on LinkedIn. He was the first person to connect with me. So I just wanted to have a brotherly, friendly conversation. If it all helps to other people, I'm very much grateful for it. And as I said earlier, if I can do anything, and you guys also can do anything, and everything is, you can do it. That's what. Thank you so much for having me.